Are you looking for the best chef's knife, in your budget? Well, in today's video we break down the top 5 best chef's knife that are available on the market. I made this list based on my personal opinion and I try to list them based on their price, quality, durability, and more. To see the more information about these products you can check out the description below. Also, make sure you subscribe for more videos. Okay, so let's get started with the video. Starting at number 5, we have the Dalstrong Gladiator Series 8 inches chef's knife. This is an excellent, reliable chef's knife, standing at 8 inches long and boasting a thick blade. The design of it is great, being the perfect middle ground between a shorter chef's knife and one of the, in my opinion, unwieldy 10 or 12-inch options. The thick blade gives it a lot of heft and cutting power, making it easy to power through those thicker, tougher vegetables, while also increasing knuckle clearance. The blade is also of impeccable quality, a high-carbon steel that's durable and holds a great edge, with one of the highest hardness ratings, 56+ on the Rockwell scale, you can find in a commercially available knife. The handle is made of a comfortable and well-shaped packawood, with a sleek and modern design that looks nice in an understated way. This is just all around an impeccably made knife, and would be a worthy addition to the collection of any home cooking enthusiast just getting started. It has what I'd consider an entry-level price point, being very low for a knife of such quality, and despite the relative lack of expense is the kind of knife I could easily see someone using for decades. Moving on at number 4. We have the Dalstrong Quantum Series 8.5 chef's knife. This was a strong contender for winner, but eventually lost out to Dalstrong's Phantom because of its looks. That sounds a bit petty, but the looks contribute a bit to its comfort as well. This is a very sheer blade. A whole lot of engineering went into contributing to this knife's angular look. Unfortunately, I think it was a bit over-engineered. The handle isn't completely uncomfortable, but is significantly less so than I'd expect from a knife of this price and quality. The blade is quite good, with a strong hardness and best-in-class edge retention, with nice little grooves cut into them that make its cutting a bit smoother, especially for stickier things. Overall, it's an excellent knife if you can get over the ugliness and its relatively uncomfortable handle. At number 3, we have the Mosfiata 8 inches professional chef's knife. This is an interesting one. It's somewhere between a European-style blade and a Japanese one, in terms of blade thickness and handling. That makes this an exceptionally reliable blade for a lot of purposes. While it lacks the specialized strengths of the two styles, exceptional chopping power for the Euro style and smooth slicing ability of the razor-sharp Japanese blades, it also lacks relative weaknesses of the two styles in their opposites. This is a beautifully made all-purpose blade that you should consider picking up, especially as your first choice of knife when you're trying to figure out what you need. If it works for you, perfect, but it's also a great shape and size to tell you if you need something more specialized in a different arena. It's on the fairly low end of the price scale, so you won't be out too much if you decide it doesn't do something you really need. Plus it comes with an included knife sharpener to keep it in shape, which is always nice. At number 2, we have the Katsu 8-inch Kiritsuke Chef's knife. This is an excellent quality knife, though the shape and use might take a bit of getting used to. A Kiritsuke knife is sort of like a hybrid shape between two other Japanese knives, one used for vegetable chopping and the other for filleting and thin slicing for sushi. This knife marries the two purposes perfectly with a rounded, sharp bottom that allows a protruded sharp point to come off it. Not only does this create a striking and beautiful blade profile, actually marred, in my opinion, by the tacky Damascus etching, it allows this to be an excellent all-purpose knife that, once you get used to it, can offer performance in many areas well beyond what your standard European-style chef's knife could offer, though with a little less raw heft and cutting power. Japanese blades universally have a more slender cross-section than other knives. If you find yourself doing a lot of slicing work or using the point of your knife for various purposes besides the obvious filleting use, it's good for digging seeds and pits out of vegetables and fruits. This could be a good one to pick up. Just keep in mind the price. This is a high-end knife made of good steel, and with some luxury materials used ebony and buffalo horn for the handle, so it's a bit on the pricier side, though nothing too exorbitant. And finally at number 1. We have the Tuo Fiery Series 10-inch chef's knife. Tuo provides an excellent option for those that like a longer chef's knife, clocking in at 10 inches. The extra length of course gives it added weight, and therefore more cutting power than a shorter blade. This is great for people who like that sort of added heft, but potentially it can feel unwieldy and hard to use, especially if you're cutting smaller things more often. Personally, I prefer greater control over increased cutting force. You can always bear down on a smaller knife to give it more force, but it's harder to choke up on a larger knife to get more control, which might make it harder to do fine chopping and mincing. Still, it does also make it easier to chop through tendons on a chicken or something, so there's trade-offs everywhere. It's a high-carbon stainless steel, which brings down price and makes it friendlier to more neglectful users, something welcome for a low to mid-range knife like this. It's also quite pretty, with the nice red patterned packawood making a striking appearance in a knife block or sheath. This is a great cheaper option to pick up if you want something that looks great and backs it up with solid performance. Thank you for watching, guys. I hope you liked the video. If this video was helpful to you, please remember to leave a like and subscribe my channel to see more videos like this. If you have any questions related to these products, you can leave a comment down below and I'll get back to you as soon as I can.